Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now guys. If you guys are able to listen me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. No issues, right? Everything is proper. All good, crystal clear. Okay, great. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So, how was your day? How was your day, guys? Good, great, amazing. What was the scenario? All perfect? No issues whatsoever? Okay, that's good. That's good. So, today I had a holiday from the office itself. So, I was roaming around in Bangalore. It is way too hot in Bangalore nowadays. It is not very good to actually go out. That is what I've learned today. That was my lesson for today's. And yeah, that was not something that I really liked. A lot of heat, a lot of water scarcity has also increased. Luckily, right over here where I'm currently living, we are not facing any kind of water scarcity. But yes, in other places where some of my friends are living, the scenario is really very bad in Bangalore. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Um, if we are not having rains very soon, I think so it is going to have a lot of different problems right over there. Which language to learn for software engineer? King, it depends. So basically, if you're applying for software engineering job, you have to make some good projects. If you're creating those projects in the field of data science, then you have to learn Python as a programming language. If you are wanting to create some projects in the field of web development, JavaScript would be your programming language. Along with that, if you're applying for a IT job role, okay, anywhere, you have to learn data structures and algorithms for that. Without that, you cannot get into IT, no matter if you're doing web development or data science. So for data structures and algorithms, one more programming language you will have to learn, either C++ or Java, one of them itself. Okay, which is you will be getting the information on your email itself, so you don't have to worry about it. Shaurus, now would there be a PHP bootcamp anytime soon? No, because I don't live in 2012, so I'm not never going to have a PHP bootcamp any particular point of time throughout the entire lifetime that I'm there, because it is irrelevant. Students, there's no utilization for students of PHP. There are no job roles available in PHP. Whatever job roles are there, that is for experienced professionals, not for freshers. And even if you get a job role as a fresher, it is not going to pay you anything. Like, you can earn a lot more just by working as a janitor in some particular places. So if you are going to learn PHP, I think so it's a complete wastage of time itself. Which language is used for creating AI? So again, guys, you guys have a very, see, the problem with most of you that I am able to understand is, first of all, you have very little knowledge. You have very little knowledge, and most of your knowledge comes from Instagram, which is a very shit particular way of choosing the source to consume your knowledge itself. Like a very, very bad source of knowledge. For example, somebody said many of the companies are still using PHP. So that are legacy systems. Like I said, these are legacy systems. Legacy systems means that were built in 2000s and haven't been revamped up till this point of time. But the latest, so for example, if I'm currently creating a new backend for my company, I won't be using PHP. I'll be using the latest technologies right over there. So due to that reason, the requirement for PHP is only for experienced professionals. It is not for freshers. And that is something that you will not be able to understand until unless you're coming out of the world of this bubble of Instagram itself, and this clickbaits that you guys basically watch on YouTube. Secondly, for example, which particular programming language do companies use for AI? Okay, very, very good question. What do you think? What do you think will be the answer for this? Which particular programming language does companies use to create AI? What do you think will be the answer for this particular question, guys? Now, the general answer, what we are able to learn from my case as well, when I was in college, when I also was like, just like you guys, like a dumb person itself. I was a very dumb person. Like, and you guys are way too smart. You guys are actually way too smart. I was really very dumb in college. In my first year of my college, you can basically say that I was the dumbest. Okay, even I thought AI, ML, Python. Okay, that is all that it is. But right now I'm able to understand this, that Python is only used to Just do like a particular creation of the model itself. That's it. That is all that is there of Python right over there. Just creation of the model. Like in chat gpt, let's take up an example of chat gpt itself. Just the model of chat gpt that was created, that was trained, the research based things was done in Python. Rest of everything, the website, how you are able to ask questions to chat gpt, how is chat gpt able to take up your questions and give you an answer right over there, all that is created using JavaScript. So the use of Python in AI is actually very little. Very little. It is only in the initial stages of creation of the AI itself, research of the AI, because it is very fast, very effective. But if you're using Python to create a real-time AI, that is one of the shittiest decisions that you can ever take. Because Python is a very slow programming language when it comes to real-time things. So for there, people will use C#, some people will use Go as a programming language, some people will use JavaScript as a programming language. Now, if you are stuck up with this point that, oh, I have to learn everything then again, let's come back to the case. Stop fucking using Instagram for gaining your knowledge. You don't have to learn all these programming languages, all these technologies to get a entry level position or to get a fresher level position itself. You have to know the basics. Your foundational knowledge should be very strong. You should have good projects under your belt. At max, you should know just 2 programming languages. That's it. If you're learning 3 programming languages, 4 programming languages, you have congratulations. You have wasted your time. It has no relevance in the industry. No relevance whatsoever. If you know 1 or 2 programming languages really very well, that is all that is required to get a job. Because programming languages, the concepts change. It's the syntax changes. But the rest of the things remains the same. If you know a programming language, you know how to think about solutions, you know how to build solutions. That is all that a company cares. And you should be a fast learner as well. You should be a very fast learner. Please keep that in mind. Okay, so I have an interest in web development. Should I do data science with DSA or web dev? I'm confused for CU. Chandigarh University, I think so, has good placements. Go with data science with data science with data structures and algorithms. Which company should I choose for internship with the training program? Depends upon which particular training program you have taken up. Data science, full stack or cybersecurity, and what you are interested in. So even you can select any company for right now. The main time to select a company is at the end of the training, when you actually realize which particular domain are you mostly interested in. Okay. So shall we start with the class, guys? I have wasted a lot of time right now. Shall we start the class, guys? Please let me know. We don't have a lot of time, guys. Shall we start with our today's class? What was I using? Code Sandbox, right? Codesandbox.io. Okay. Let's pop out the chat. Let's make it a little bit smaller. So how to know, sir, what happening in the industry? What about you? How you gain this knowledge in your college days? So for me, I had my big brother. He was at that point of time working in Microsoft. So he actually guided me. He actually told me what to study, what not to study. One of his dialogues, I always remember it very well, because that is something that has always impacted my life. He told me one thing: for getting a placement, it is not important to know what to learn, but to know what not to learn, because that is where you're actually wasting your time. If you are able to understand this, then you will be able to understand the rest of the things. Okay. It is important. It is not important what to learn, but it is important to know what not to learn, because that is where you are wasting your time. Just like many students, they will be doing, like, for example, cybersecurity. They are wasting their times. Blockchain, they are wasting their times. Okay, they will be like learning 5-6 programming languages. They are wasting their time. There's no utilization of that. They will be like in data science, they will be learning like only AI. Again, that is just a wastage of their time. There is no point of doing that. No company is going to just hire you because you know AI. Okay, that is like the smallest part of getting a job in data science. So like people will be like, sir, I want to learn Java. Okay, and then they will be spending 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, 6 months learning Java. They just wasted their time. Any programming language, if you spend more than 7 days, congratulations, you have just wasted a lot of time. So you have to decide like I will basically suggest get a mentor. Okay, get a particular person from LinkedIn who is able to guide you. Get a senior who is currently working in a very good company itself. Get in touch with them, ask them questions, okay, interact with them. Use LinkedIn to reach out to people, ask them questions. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I will help you guys out. You can reach out to me on Instagram and just don't say hi sir, hello sir. Just directly put up your question right over there. I will directly answer it. It will take me 5-6 days, but I will answer it. But you have to understand something. For me, at least, don't go on creating a conversation. If you have any doubts, if you have any queries, just put it up on Instagram or put it up on LinkedIn itself. You can ask Ashish. Ashish is also a very good data engineer itself. He's my partner at DevTown. He handles everything at DevTown. So you can ask him as well. You can reach out to him on Instagram and LinkedIn, and he will also answer your questions. So, but don't be like, hi sir. If I say hi sir, I usually don't even reply back. Because I don't know, I don't want to sit for 30 minutes and create a conversation right over there. Just put up a question, I'll just answer it. Okay. What about machine learning? Again, machine learning is a very small part of artificial intelligence. Like it is artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. Then you are having your transformers models, you are having your GPT models itself, that is large language models. So that is the hierarchy. These are not individual topics. This is one and the same itself. It is basically like somebody saying, I'm learning mathematics, statistics, trigonometry. These are all separate topics. Bro, trigonometry and statistics are a part of your mathematics itself. These are not separate topics. Okay, now please, let's stop with the questions. Let's focus upon the class itself right now. So yesterday we saw how to render a particular thing on our website, right? This is what we saw in our yesterday's class, right? You guys remember it, or have you guys forgotten about it? You guys remember it, or how did you guys forget about it, guys? Please let me know. If you're doing well singing world, I've already answered this. I think so you are the one who asked it previously as well. If you're doing well in the internship, definitely yes. But if you're not working at all during the internship, don't expect it. Like, you have to prove yourself right over there. Okay, so right over here, guys, what we want to do right now is that we'll learn about a new thing called as components. Okay, components are very important for us, and that is something that we should learn first. Then we will go about, should I teach you guys about components, or should I teach you guys about DOM first? Let's start with the components. Let's see where DOM comes up. Okay, and then we will move on from right over there. So you guys remember functions, right? You guys remember functions? What are functions, guys? What are functions? What are functions, guys? What are functions? Come on, guys. That is not that hard of a question that I'm asking. Reusable block of code. Okay, very good. Reusable block of code, or a particular block of code to which we have assigned a nickname so that we are able to use it again and again. In a similar manner, what happens, let us go to one particular website that I want to show you guys. Let's go to Airbnb. Okay, so this is Airbnb right over here, guys. This is a website in which you can rent out like some people's houses. Oh shit, that is like 1 lakh rupees per night. But that looks amazing as well. Nice. Okay, so here let us try to understand this. Are you guys able to see these cards? These cards that you are able to see, each one of them has a carousel of images. Okay, each one of them has a like button. Each one of them has the particular place, where is it located at, how many kilometers away it is, till what date is it available, what is the price per night. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Yes. So the structure, as you're able to see, remains the same. The thing that is changing within them are the data, right? You're changing the images. In each of these cards, the images are different. In each of the cards, the name of the place is different. In each of the cards, the kilometers are different. The date of availability is different. The rates are different per night. But the structure is the same. Now, if you're building this inside of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, I will have to write the HTML code, the CSS code, and the JavaScript code for each of these cards again and again and again and again to create these cards itself. So there is the same code, I'm repeating it again and again and again. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? I will have to write the same piece of code again and again. If there are 100 cards, I will have to write it 100 times. If there are 200 cards, I will have to write it 200 times itself. That's now the code is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger in size. Now your website gets rendered because your HTML, CSS and JavaScript files are being sent from one computer to your computer through the internet. If the size of these files are very big, then your website will be very slow to load. Because it will take a lot of time for that big file to come from one computer to another through the internet so that you are able to see it. And we don't want that, right? We want our website to be as quick as possible, as fast as possible at all times. So React.js, okay, you guys know this. I have forgotten to tell you guys this. React.js was created by Facebook. Okay, so please keep that in mind. React.js was created by Facebook, guys. So I think so. I forgotten to tell you guys this. So when React.js was created, one of the main things that it solved was this particular question. React.js said, why are we writing the same code again and again and again? This is bullshit. So what we'll do is we'll create a small file. We will create a small file for each of these cards, right? This is the card right over here. This is the card. Let's say these are the front and back buttons. This is the heart right over here. This is the sum of the information right over here. So for each of these cards, there is a specific set of HTML, CSS and JavaScript code that is there, right? HTML, CSS and JavaScript code for this particular file. React.js said, I will bundle all these three things of just this particular file together to form a smaller file. I'll bundle all these three things for this particular card just to make this card whatever CSS is required, whatever HTML is required, whatever JS is required to create just this card. I will bundle it together into one particular file itself, and that I'm going to call it as a component. You want to have 500 cards on your screen? You don't have to write these 3 lines of code again and again. You can directly just mention the name of the component right over there. So let's say the name of the component is card. Just mention card 500 times and you are having 500 cards on your screen. So it makes things very fast because you are not writing the same code again and again. Your file size has become very small. You're just having it on your screen right now. That is the number one point of using a component itself. It reduces your file size and makes it very fast right over there. And now if I want to change the contents, let's say that I don't like this particular heart. I want to change it into a star itself. I don't like that heart. I want to change it in the star itself. So what will I do? Instead of going through all those 500 lines of code and everywhere changing every single heart into a star, I can just come to this particular file itself. And in this file, I can just change my HTML, CSS and JavaScript code for one card to a star. And now all my cards on my screen are going to have a star inside of it. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. I'm not able to understand your question, Harsh. Let me see the complete question right over here. Is it a block of items or else? It is basically, so think about it like you are having an HTML, CSS and JavaScript code. You are just bringing them together into one file. That's it. Just like you are binding them together separately. Instead of having it through the entire website, like the main site of the main file of your website, all the code is there, all the HTML code is there, all the CSS code is there, and then the third file, all the JavaScript code for the entire website is there. Instead of doing that, we'll create one file, we'll place the HTML code right over there, CSS and JavaScript code for this card itself. And then we're going to bring that code, that particular file into our main file. As simple as that. Are you guys able to understand this? Is it oops? No, this is not even related to oops. There's no concept of oops in HTML and CSS. Okay, you need to understand. These are not programming languages. Okay. The next thing that, sir, I'm diploma in CSE, suggest a sub branch in CSE. Do not choose a sub branch. It's, see, again and again, I'm telling you guys this. Your college is not going to teach you anything. Your college degree has zero value until unless you are from IIT Bombay or some shit like that. Your college degree has zero value. No value of your college degree. आप कौन सा किए हो diploma में, what particular sub branch of CSE you are from has zero value to recruiters. The value that they have is your knowledge. So start gaining that. Do not choose a sub branch. Go with core CSE itself. Do not increase your load by choosing a sub branch. Focus, give that time to learn that technology properly. Okay. Are you from Telugu states? No. My father is Bihari. My mom is Maharashtrian. I have lived in Gujarat for 18 years of my life. Did my college from Jharkhand. Currently living in Bangalore. So that is my current scenario. Okay. So this concept of components is not just limited to right over here. Let us now try to understand what is DOM, or document object model. Okay, so in a simple way itself, your HTML code that is there has some hierarchy inside of it. If you remember this properly itself, you had a div tag, right? div div tag, opening div tag, and then closing div tag right over here. Then we had the h1 tag right over here, the h1 opening tag, some content, and then the closing h1 tag. Then we had the opening paragraph tag. Marvels, choose any company right now. It actually doesn't matter, because right now you don't have enough knowledge to actually make a genuine choice. Once you have done the entire training, once you realize that you're interested in front-end, back-end, DevOps or cloud computing, some recruiter from DevTown will be reaching out to you. Then he will be guiding you to make the right choice. Okay, right now if you're making any choice, just choose Goldman Sachs. Just go with Goldman Sachs. Do not think about it a lot. Just go with Goldman Sachs. When you have completed your training, then ask this type of question. Okay, so right over here, guys, then you're having the paragraph tag and then the closing paragraph tag right over here. Do you guys remember it? Please let me know. Guys, please focus upon the class. Do not ask shit questions in the middle of the class itself. I give you guys in the starting of the class and the ending of the class. Right now, focus upon what I'm teaching. Again and again, my flow is getting broken and I'm not able to concentrate right over here. Please not cause a ruckus. Okay, Shruti Sharma, the Marvels, please not cause a ruckus in the class. Focus upon the class right now. Try to understand the concepts that I'm teaching. Once the class is over, in the beginning of the class, I gave you guys 10 minutes. In the ending of the class as well, I'll give you guys 5 minutes. Ask the questions right over there. Or reach out to me on Instagram or LinkedIn. Okay. So, in this, are you guys able to see a kind of a hierarchy right over here, guys? Are you guys able to see some kind of hierarchy right over here? Think about it. The h1 tag and the paragraph tag is actually contained inside of the div tag. The h1 tag and the paragraph tag is contained inside of the div tag itself. So can I draw this out visually in such a way that this is the div tag? This is the div tag, guys. And under the div tag, you are having the h1 tag and the paragraph tag. And under the h1 tag, you are having some content. And under the paragraph tag, there is some content right over here as well. Can we represent this particular HTML code into this visual format itself? Tree-like format itself. Can we do that? Yes? Are you guys able to understand how did I derive that particular tree-like structure? So this is what we call as the DOM tree, or document object model. If you guys remember it correctly, JavaScript refers to the index.html file as the document. Okay, the objects right over here are these particular circles which are having the tags inside of it. And model is basically the model that we have visually represented right over here. So DOM tree, or document object model tree. This is the name of that. Okay. Using DOM, you can actually using JavaScript, you can actually manipulate the DOM tree. If you guys remember yesterday, we did one particular line of code. If you guys remember it, the code was the div tag dot append child, or the h1 tag that we created, create element itself, create element h1. Do you guys remember it? Please let me know. Do you guys remember create element h1, and then we did the div tag dot append child right over here? Right? Do you guys remember it from our yesterday's class? We had written that little code. So that is called as manipulating the DOM tree. Manipulation of DOM. What we did was, there was an existing DOM tree, there was an existing website already there. We used JavaScript to create another model, another particular tag itself, that is the h1 tag. And then we used JavaScript to change that original DOM tree by adding a new particular tag to that particular DOM tree itself. So that was basically how we manipulated the DOM using JavaScript. Using JavaScript itself. Now, every website, whatever website that you create, at the end of the day, no matter if you're using React.js, you're using Angular, Vue, whatever you're using, at the end of the day, it all comes down to an HTML, CSS and JavaScript file. That's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. It just comes down to an HTML, CSS and JavaScript file. So every website will have a tree-like structure like this that will look something like this. Okay, let me just draw a tree-like structure. So it will be HTML, okay, and DOM from Fast and the Furious, okay. Then there will be a head tag, there will be a title tag, there will be some content right over here, there will be body, there will be a div tag, there will be an h1 tag, there will be a paragraph tag right over here, and then some content right over here as well. So this is how you will usually represent a real DOM tree. Why real? Because this is based on the current structure of the website itself. This is the real DOM tree because it is based on the current structure of your website itself. What is your React DOM? You remember that React DOM library that I told you guys that we are going to use it, we are going to require it right now, and I'll explain it to you later on. What does this React DOM actually do? You guys remember it from yesterday? Yes? So the job of the React DOM library is to create a virtual DOM. What is a virtual DOM? It is an exact copy of the real DOM but made virtually. Means it is a programmed copy of the real DOM. Real DOM is basically your website. Real DOM is basically the structure of your website itself. Now, React DOM will basically create a copy, exact same copy of the real DOM but programmatically. Means it's a virtual DOM. It is not your real world. It's not something physical. It's not something that you can see. It is present inside of React DOM itself. So this is our virtual DOM. It will look the exact same. There's no fucking difference between the two. Okay, HTML. Okay, then you are having head. You are having body. You are having your title. You are having some shit right over here. You are having a div tag right over here. You are having an h1 tag. You are having a paragraph tag. Okay. And then some content right over here itself. Now let's imagine. Okay. Let's imagine itself. We don't use React DOM. Okay. We don't use React.js. Okay. We are in our previous times itself. Now this h1 tag that is there. Okay. So there's no virtual DOM. Currently, there's no virtual DOM, only real DOM. We have not used any kind of React.js to make our website. So this h1 tag, let's imagine this to be the notification bell of your website. You guys use Instagram, right? Let me open up Instagram right over here. So think about that as this notification bar right over here, guys. Okay, how many comments are there? How many likes are there? How many followers are there, right? So this notification bar that is there, that is our particular, where is it? That is our particular h1 tag itself. That is our h1 tag. Let's imagine that. Okay, so if there is any kind, if our web, so the website basically, where is this data coming in from? Where are these, like how many notifications are there or how many posts are there? Where is this data actually coming from? The backend, right? There's a backend, there's a database where all this data is stored and that is connected to our website. So that is how the data is being transferred. That is what is being shown to us on our screen itself. So what can we do? Whenever there is any kind of new notification, whenever we get a new message itself, then we have to refresh the entire DOM tree. We have to refresh the entire website so that our DOM tree is able to talk to the backend, figure out if there is any change in the data, any new data is there, and that is what is being showcased to you on your screen. So when you use old websites, you don't get any notifications or something like that until unless you refresh the page. Because your entire website needs to talk to the backend so that it is able to get the data on your screen. Your entire website needs to talk to the backend to get the data on your screen itself. Now, when React.js came into picture, it said, why do you want to do that? Why do we want to do that? Let's create a virtual DOM. Okay, we cannot change the real DOM right now. Let's create a virtual DOM right over there. Now, this virtual DOM, if we are changing anything, will anything happen to the real DOM? Think about it. If you are using a like you are using, you're playing GTA 5. Everybody knows GTA 5, right? Everybody knows GTA 5 or GTA Punjab. You guys are familiar with GTA Punjab. It came very long ago. Who is this particular person who said no? What is this? Hey, Mrs. Patil, why are you not knowing about GTA 5? Saurabh, I didn't expect this from you. So GTA 5 is like a fucking game, okay? It's like a game itself. You go inside of it, you play it. Okay, there's a character, okay, he will go around killing people, he will go around making money, okay? Whatever happens in the game, is your real life affected by it? Like if I go and play a game and I earn millions of dollars in the game itself, am I going to get money? Am I going to be rich in the real world as well? No, right? Whatever happens in the game stays in the game itself. It does not affect my real life. In the exact same manner, our virtual DOM is just like a game. It is just like a particular programmed version of the real DOM. If I change anything in the virtual DOM, if I write any code in the virtual DOM, it is not going to affect the real DOM at all. Until unless I write JavaScript code that actually changes the real DOM. Until unless I do that, there is no correlation between the two. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So no matter what I do in the virtual DOM, my real DOM remains the same. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. This is very important because this is an interview question. What is real DOM? What is virtual DOM? How does React use virtual DOM itself to make the websites faster? Okay, these are interview questions. That is the reason why I'm explaining the theory behind it. Okay, so what happens is that your virtual DOM, all these different things, these are not actually your tags, but the components. If you guys remember components, right? So every component, so these are not HTML head tag, body tag. These will be the components. The notification component, the messenger component, the post component, the particular navigation bar component itself. These will be components. Each component is like a small website on its own because each component has its own HTML, CSS and JavaScript file. Do you guys remember it? Each component has its own HTML, CSS and JavaScript files itself. So each component can be thought of as a mini website, as a chota mota website itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Each website can be thought of as a chota website, okay, little small website itself, right? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Yes, very small website that we are able to have right over there. What React DOM said was, I will allow this virtual DOM to directly talk to the backend. I will allow my virtual DOM, which has these components, right? These are all components. Let's change this so that you guys are able to understand this. Let's change a little bit from this so that it will be easier for you guys to understand. Okay, so this is like the navigation bar, nav bar. This is like your notification, noti. This is like your bell icon. This is your messenger, message. This is your particular messenger. What will be there in messenger? Okay, I don't know. So this is some shit. Okay, these are all components right over here. So what will happen right now is that your messenger, let's say our notification bar, is currently continuously in talk with the backend because this is software. There is like you are not working with a real DOM. Real DOM can only be updated if you refresh the page. It cannot be it cannot be updated directly until unless you are using JavaScript. Okay, because using JavaScript you can update it. So this virtual DOM, the notification component itself, which has its own HTML, CSS and JavaScript, is continuously in talk with the backend. Anytime any update is happening, the particular structure of the notification component will change virtually. Right now, nothing change has happened on our website. This is all happening in code. This is all happening programmatically itself. This is all the doing of React DOM. Okay. If there is any update from the backend that bro, ek naya notification aaya bro, we have got a new notification right over there. Okay. So this notification component programmatically will change in the background. Okay. It will change right over there. Now so now this notification, let's say it was 1, now it has upgraded to 2. Okay. The value of this notification has upgraded to 2. Now React DOM will continuously scan the virtual DOM and the real DOM. React DOM will continuously scan in the background the virtual DOM and the real DOM to find any kind of dissimilarity between them. It will go over every single tag, it will go over every single CSS property, everything. It will scan the real DOM, it will scan the virtual DOM to see any kind of changes in the two. Because initially both the real DOM and the virtual DOM had the same structure. Initially, the virtual DOM and the real DOM had the same structure itself, right? So if there is any change, that means any update has happened. If there is any change in the real DOM and the virtual DOM, any comparative change itself, like this is not similar to this, that means a new upgrade has happened, update has happened. What will do the scanning? React DOM. That is the reason why we are using React DOM. Guys, this is a very, very, very difficult thing to implement. That is the reason why we don't implement it on our own. We basically directly just bring React DOM, you come and help us do all this for us. Okay, that is the reason why Facebook created it, not Shaurya. If Shaurya would have created it, nobody would have even listened to it itself. Okay, because such a big company, such a big developers created it. That is the reason why it is so powerful. Okay, so once it makes those comparison that okay, this notification bar is something that has changed, a new value has developed right over here, then the React DOM will use this to update the real notification bar in the front end, in the real DOM. Because this change has happened right over there, so now React DOM will go and update the real DOM. The real DOM will now get updated and automatically on your website, without even refreshing your page itself, the notification will become 2. Because React DOM has updated it. Now you don't have to refresh the entire page, reload all the components to get the value. You don't even have to refresh any of the web page itself. React DOM just will refresh that one single component for you. It'll just refresh that one single component for you and you'll get the answer right over there. Yeah, think about the virtual DOM like a lab rat. Like any kind of change happens on the lab rat with compared to the real rat also gets changed right over there. Okay, you can think about it in such a way as well. Okay, the React DOM we are using in JS is real DOM or virtual DOM. Again, you're not understanding it. React DOM is like the scientist, the evil scientist, okay, who has created a digital rat, itself. That is your virtual DOM. And there is a real rat inside of the lab as well. Now he does all his experimentation on that virtual rat inside of a computer. Now let's say he did an experimentation, the virtual rat had, instead of 4 legs, it had 10 legs right over there. So now he will perform the exact same particular experiment on the real rat to make it have 10 legs. That is what is happening right over there. Okay, so you can understand it in such a way if you guys are. So your React DOM is basically your evil scientist, okay? But for us, it is very helpful because we want rats with 10 legs. I don't like rats. It will be better if they were able to kill off some cockroaches and spiders. I hate them. Okay, so are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Mohammed Arshad, if you want to make a real DOM and a virtual DOM, practically, you will have to write at least 1,000,000 lines of code. If you want to do that, you do. I am not going to write 1,000,000 lines of code to make you guys understand it practically. Okay. There were thousands of developers being paid millions of dollars itself to create React DOM. I'm not getting paid that much to build it. Okay. So that is just not possible. I can explain it to you guys theoretically. Nobody in the entire world can make you guys learn it practically. Okay. Is React DOM and virtual DOM the same? No. Again, virtual DOM is like the virtual lab rat. Okay. And React DOM is like the evil scientist working on that lab rat. Okay. evil scientist वाला idea somebody else, किसी और का idea था. It was there in the live chat. I saw that idea and I used that same idea. I would like to thank him. Like, that was a very good idea to actually explain React DOM and virtual DOM. Okay. Okay, so yeah, now that React DOM and virtual DOM is over, we can get back to our studies itself. Okay, this is our, so let's create a component. Okay, let's create a component that has this heading tag inside of it. Simple component will create a single component called as heading that has this heading tag inside of it. Okay, simple, right? Nothing too complicated about it. So to create a component, it's actually pretty simple. Before we are able to create the component, I'd like to take up the attendance for today's class. Then we'll continue creating the component itself. The class will not be over. So first I will take up the attendance for today's class and then we'll continue the class. The class is not over, guys. Okay, don't think the class is over. We'll continue with the class itself. We are going to create the component today. I want to make sure that the components are created so that from tomorrow onwards, we can start a little bit of the project as well, because we have to do the project. So a little bit of project will be starting from tomorrow because it is going to take us some time to complete the project. So while doing the project, we'll learn new things about React and simultaneously we'll be learning new things about JavaScript as well, whatever comes up. Okay, so right over here, guys, I'm going to provide you guys with the attendance link. The attendance link is going to be closed exactly at 9:02. The attendance link is going to be closed exactly at 9:02, guys. Please do let me know. Start filling up your attendance. At exactly 9:02, the attendance link will be closed. I will be providing the attendance for just 1 minute. After that, I will not be providing the attendance link anymore. Okay, it will be closed exactly at 9:02. Take attendance in the last few minutes. Shubh Shankar, very good name by the way, but yeah, I don't listen to you. You guys have to listen to me. It's the other way around. So I decide. So which college have you graduated from? Have you guys heard about BITS Pilani? So I'm not from that particular college. There is another college called as BIT Mishra. The name is similar, but they are not the same college. They are not even related to each other. But yeah, I studied from that particular college, CSE in Jharkhand, Ranchi. So yeah, attendance I have provided to you guys. Start filling up the attendance at exactly 9:02. We'll continue with our class. In the meanwhile, I'll just get some water to drink. So you guys chill a little bit, take a chill pill. At exactly 9:02, we will start with our class, guys. I'll just drink a little bit water and come back. Okay. इंटर्नशिप कब चालू होने वाली है? Depends upon which internship you are talking about. There are multiple internships that are going on. Which internship are you talking about? So I want to learn data analytics. So could you please say me the roadmap and what project will be helpful for that? Start with Python, then NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, a little bit of Excel, Power BI, Tableau, dashboarding at least you should know in that. Then create some projects in these things itself. After that, go with data pre-processing, data cleaning, data mining. Then you are having concepts like working with various different kinds of data, for example, video-based data, image-based data, text-based data, number-based data. Then you go further with working with various types of data itself, for example, Excel data, Tableau data, Power BI data, scraping web data to collect your own data, then how to work with ETL pipelinings itself. After that, you have to go further with your okay. So after that, you have to go further with like AI, artificial intelligence. So under artificial intelligence, there are 3 AI algorithms that you should know. The basic algorithms itself, don't go with more. So for example, Monte Carlo algorithm, learn one of them. Okay, learn this algorithm itself. What is its name? Right now, I'm not able to remember the name of the algorithm. Min-max algorithm itself. Okay, basic algorithms, just 3 AI algorithms. Then there are 18 machine learning algorithms, 6 deep learning algorithms itself. You should know the mathematics behind it, the intuition behind it, how to implement it using just Python, and then one unique project for that particular algorithm. Then with deep learning, there are 6 deep learning algorithms that are there. You should again know the intuition behind it. Don't know the mathematics. That is not important. Basic mathematics should be there. Like what is alpha, what is L1, L2, what is your particular rate of learning. All these basic algorithms, gradient descent, everything. The mathematics should be very familiar with you guys. Should remember the formulas very well. Create unique projects under that as well. Then go further with a little bit of transformers models, okay, LLMs itself, implement a one project, understand the algorithm better. After that, learn about data and deployment, okay, how to deploy this data to the internet on the front end, on the back end, learn a little bit of Django right over there, or Flask, whatever is you are comfortable with. And yeah, that should be more than sufficient. Okay, this is what you should be learning if you want a job in data science. Okay, when I get the previous bootcamp certificate, रिंकू हर रोज आके सेम क्वेश्चन पूछोगे ना, इतना घटिया लगता है ना, नहीं बताने वाला मैं. मिल जाएगा यार, कहीं भाग लेके भाग नहीं रहा मैं तुम लोग का सर्टिफिकेट. क्या करूँगा मैं, रिंकू नाम का सर्टिफिकेट का मैं क्या कर लूँगा, तुम ही बता दो. मेरे को नहीं चाहिए भाई सर्टिफिकेट, मेरे पास जॉब है, मिल जाएगा सर्टिफिकेट भाई. Which CS job has less maths with great pay, web development? Okay, is it necessary to mug up each and every command by heart? You don't mug up anything. You learn it by practicing. The more that you practice, the more you will remember. Did you mug up ABCD? No, right? If you have mugged it up, you will not be able to recite it right now. But if I ask you in your sleep as well, you will be able to tell me ABCD. So that is through practice. The more that you practice, the more that you use, you will be able to understand it. Okay? So is blockchain development good for career or not? Absolutely. The worst particular path that you can take is blockchain. Marvels, I've already told you, go with Goldman Sachs. I'm going to do Python with full stack development if and only if you want to get into data science. If you don't want to get into data science, don't do full stack development with Python. That's a very bad decision. Will React uses the data components from other applications using API? Yeah, you can definitely do that. Okay, how does the workflow in Next.js compare to React.js? Next.js is built on top of React.js, so you will have to still learn React.js as well. Sir, does really ChatGPT replace the web development? Bhai, sapne mein bhi nahi. Even in your dreams, AI cannot replace web development. If you think web development is basically creating a fucking landing page, I can train a chimpanzee to do that as well. Like, so is a chimpanzee going to take over web development jobs? No, right? So don't kid about it. Again, don't get information from Instagram or such type of things itself. Actually go learn the technologies, you will eventually understand it. Okay, so we'll continue with our class, guys. We have a lot of things to still do. Okay, so we'll continue with our class right over here. Okay, before we are able to continue with our class, there's a plot twist in today's class. The plot twist for today's class is that there is not one but 2 attendance for today's class. So those who put their attendance and left the class, they are not going to get today's attendance. Wahahaha. I am evil. I'm an evil genius. I should be like whom? Like Dexter in his laboratory, right? So there are 2 attendances in today's class. That was the A attendance. This is going to be the B attendance right now, because I want people who are actually thinking they are very smart, but they are not that smart. So I want to make them suffer a little bit. So right over here, guys, this is the second attendance for today's class. If you have missed any one of those attendance as well, you will not get today's attendance, okay? Even if you have missed any one of these attendances, you will not get today's attendance. Your today's attendance will be 0. Okay, so this is today's second attendance. This will be closed exactly at 9:12. Okay, so for those, I'm again telling you guys, if you have missed today's attendance, any one of the attendance, because there are 2 attendances right over there. If you have missed any of the attendance itself, you are not going to get any certificate. You are going to get 0 attendance for today's class. What about game testing in career in the future? Is it good or not? Absolutely a worst particular career option itself is game testing. Again, guys, if you have missed any one of the attendance, your today's attendance is 0. This attendance will be closed at exactly 9:12. We'll be continuing the class from tomorrow onwards. I just wanted to take 2 attendances today. Okay, we'll continue with our class from tomorrow onwards, and we will do everything else right over there. Full stack with Java, if you are living in 2016, then definitely yes. But if you are living with us presently in the current world, then go with JavaScript, okay? So what is the best resource to learn DSA? LeetCode and CodeChef. LeetCode is the best resource to learn as well as practice. To practice, LeetCode and CodeChef. Can I reach to your LinkedIn profile for guidance? Both LinkedIn, Instagram. You can reach to me. You can reach to Ashish. I've put both my as well as Ashish's LinkedIn and Instagram account down in the description of the video. So you can reach to both of them from right over there. Should I focus upon web development or programming languages in the second year of BTech? Again, Shruti, if you're learning any more than 2 programming languages, you're wasting your time. If you're spending more than 7 days learning a programming language, you have again wasted your time. So in the entire second year of BTech, if you want to spend just 14 days learning programming, then choose programming languages. But if you don't want to spend 14 days, you want to spend the entire year learning something. If you are from a good college, focus upon data structures and algorithms. If you are not from a good college, you don't have placements in your college itself, then focus upon web development. That is the particular option. Sir, you look good today. Gay. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, please reply. So how much JavaScript I require to start React.js? 7 days worth of JavaScript. Is UI UX good for freshers? Only if you are good at designing stuff. I've seen people who are shit at designing stuff and then also they want to get into UI UX. I don't know why. Don't go there just because there is no programming. Okay, I've seen people who are like, oh, I'll go to UI UX because I don't like programming, and they are shit at that as well. So don't do that. You have to go to dribble.com, DRIBBLE. Okay, look through profiles itself. If you are able to create something like that, then you should go right over there. Otherwise not. So bring your cats, please. I'm in office right now. How can I bring my cats? They are at home. Okay. How to get a job above 20 lakhs per annum? There are 3 ways of getting that. First, either your father owns the company. Okay. In most of the cases, that is not the case. So we are not able to get 20 lakhs per annum package. The second particular way of getting a 20 lakhs per annum package above that is by being from a good college and studying the right things. Okay, so for example, you are from like a good college which has good placements, and you're studying data structures and algorithms, you're studying data science right over there, then you will get a package above 20 lakhs per annum. The third way of getting a package above 20 lakhs per annum is if you're not from a good college, you don't have good placements in your college itself, then you have to go further with full stack development. That is the way of getting a package above 20 lakhs per annum. So these are only the 3 ways inside of IT to get a package above 20 lakhs per annum. Is cybersecurity a good choice? Absolutely the worst choice right over there. No placements for freshers, very low package. Don't choose it. Is it best for me to become a data scientist? Yes, if you are from a good college, but nobody gets placed as a data scientist. You get placed as a data analyst. Ethical hacking is good or not? It is the same as cybersecurity. No, it is not good. You can, if you are very good at it, then anything is good. Okay, the best people who are in, like if I'm the best at doing something, what, I don't have any example right now. If I'm the best at cybersecurity in the country, then it's a good particular choice for me. But I'm talking about like normal people. I'm talking about like कि मैं efforts डालेगा but उतने भी नहीं डालेगा. I'm talking about those kind of people. then it is not a very good choice for you. I have not reverted the offer letter, but I have not received any reply. I have reverted the offer letter, but I have not received any reply. Once you've reverted the offer letter, we have accepted it. You don't have to worry about that. Should I practice JavaScript in lead code? Not at all. You should practice either Java or C++ in lead code. JavaScript is for web development. Go and study it later on. Okay, what IT guys should learn? Hey, what the fuck? What does that question actually mean? Okay, that is way too brief for me to answer. So from which platform can we learn Java and how much time does it spend on this? Go on YouTube, search 10 hours JavaScript course, go through that video, practice it, learn it from right over there. Don't spend more than 7 days doing it. That's fine. Just move on to the next topic. Okay. Okay, so I need to close the attendance. The attendance link has been closed. Again, reminding you guys, if you have missed any one of the attendances, there were 2 attendances in today's class. If you have missed any one of the attendance, your today's attendance is 0. Okay, so just making sure everybody knows. DSA with C++ is good or with Java? Both are equally good. Equally good itself. I chose C++, but both are equally good. Okay, what are the best field to choose? Data scientist or data analyst? You can't become a data guys. Again, you guys cannot become a data scientist right out of college. A data scientist requires at least 2 to 3 years of experience working as a data analyst, working as a data engineer. Only then you qualify to be a data scientist. The same thing happens with a machine learning engineer as well, or an AI engineer. They require 2 years of experience working as a web development or a web developer, and at least 1 year of experience working as a data analyst. For an AI engineer, it is at least 2 to 3 years of experience working as a data scientist. Then you qualify to be an AI engineer. All of you guys are freshers. So hold your horses itself. You are right now only can qualify for either a data analyst or a data engineer itself. Okay. Best trending industry of skill right now, masonry. Very good designs being created. Okay, very good homes being created. Okay. I was eating food. I will not attendance. Koi baat nahi. Your today's attendance is 0. Can you help me path for backend developer as a fresher? Learn the entirety of full stack development, front end, backend, DevOps, cloud computing, and focus your projects much more on good quality backend projects itself. That is how you can get into backend development. If you just focus upon backend development, you're not going to get any jobs. Okay, that is the kind of competition that is there right now. Okay guys, so we'll meet in our next class and we'll continue from right over there. Thank you so much guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.